energy or in your energy. Are you resistant to this? Whoa, because I mean, good thing first card came out, Empress, but we have Judgment on its side, Two of Cups. So it's like, yeah, I'm feeling like a bit of resistance, and y'all saw that piss poor shuffle. But we've got the Star at the bottom of the deck here. Something's about to be your choice. I mean, and that's been happening in my readings. Being presented with a choice. My feminine's being presented with a choice at this time. Tower. A choice is going to change everything. The Sun here. And that was the Hangman. It's up to you. How you want to approach this? Maybe not that way, but I mean, you do what you want to do. This came up in a personal reading yesterday, so this is kind of funny. Yeah, I am like very much feeling an energy of like kind of like, excuse me, the Star back at the bottom of the deck again here. A bit jaded when it comes to love. Jaded. Oh, excuse me. On how to show up in love, and but it looks like it's kind of turning around. It's kind of turning around. It's almost like or actually it's more like whatever this. Oh, I can't pick it up. Hold on, y'all. Whatever this Tower was within some connection that you had that really caused you to like reevaluate and see how you were a participant in your own thing, but also just like see where your own like ick and yuck was, right? Your shadow self, your addictions, what you were still kind of chained to. It's like it gave you a new outlook. Kind of like it's kind of like it forced it, right? Like here with this Page of Cups, but also like the Seven of Cups, it's like it was, and then the Lover's Strength, it's like it was kind of forced gently, but kind of along the lines of like the Hell or High Water energy that we've been talking about as of recent, over everyone. What's the choice then? If the growth already happened, what's the choice coming forward? Right? It's like the growth was forced. I said, what's the choice moving forward? Hermit. it fell out, so we're gonna take it. This, okay, interesting. Do we see that? The Seven of Wands, and we have the Wheel here. The Wheel at play here. Hermit and Seven of Wands as the choice. Split to the death. Split to daddy death. No, we're not gonna pause. Let's get one more. Apparently we really needed to get one more because that flew out. Well, I want to clarify for that. Sometimes I don't like those two added cards. Roll. I feel like it's just kind of like, what did you learn? And like, how are you gonna like stand up for yourself? Not really in like a defensive way, but just kind of like an unwillingness to back down. That's your energy. Anything else, Spirit? Literally, I said I hate when those come out, and not they came out back to back. Artist, Eight of Wands, and there's the card that drops. So hold on. So Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, the Artist, and the Eight of Wands. Whatever it is coming at you high. It's something that you like magnetize to yourself at this time. Like, why is that gonna cause you to have to take this like stand? You know, I just hear her. Fight for our right to love, yeah. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you. Opposition. It's like whatever's coming next, you're gonna be facing opposition. As soon as I said whatever's coming next, King of Wands flew out. So that is what's coming next. And coming in hot, coming in confident. And I guess it's just the thing of like, you're just Emperor. I guess it's just a thing of like, I feel like I gave very similar message yesterday, like even the collective one, but I gotta be honest, I don't really remember the collective reading from yesterday. Sorry, it's been a day. Empress and the Emperor out, and yesterday's reading Emperor and Empress came out as well. So this has got to be like, this is like something that's been in the works for a while. Take this as it resonates. We're going to get into the other person's energy. But whatever this is, this has been in the works for a while. And also 777, because the Seven of Wands came out, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like a choice is coming. Like, stand your ground for what it is that you want. For what it is that you envision. Like, yeah, this feels, so what's different? Hold on, so what's different about this message versus yesterday's message? Because this feels like I'm repeating myself. Because that's what's, like, that's your energy. Maybe you think it's coming. Let's get into the connected energy to see if it is actually, in fact, coming. person in collector's heart space, their energy. The first card out we have is the King of Wands. King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Five of Wands. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. If you watched yesterday's reading, you saw that the reading started off with the King of Cups, and the fourth card out was the King of Swords. So to have the Queen of Cups here and then the Queen of Swords is crazy. And a big part of the message was just duality. It wasn't specifically masculine or feminine focused. It was just kind of each side harnessing both, right? And I think that was more like an overview of what we're shifting into, to be honest, because when I say every mirror came out, and it's so funny that, again, mirrors is what I was hearing, and that I kept seeing the star just now. Because, you know, for me, the star, especially within that deck, is mirror and also portal. What was I saying? It wasn't important, I guess. It'll come back to me. Their energy. What's coming next? What are they planning? Absolutely planning. We got the Four of Swords. They're not planning much of anything right now, probably because of this Five of Wands energy. It's almost like this isn't something that's coming in tomorrow, right? This is them gaining this perspective, gaining this clarity. It's like they're just now getting in touch with like certain aspects of their own feminine. And it's startling. It's a bit divisive. It's competing ideologies. Ace of Wands. Tell me more. There it goes, King of Swords. But they're eclipsing it. And I was hearing this morning, wanted to come out, but didn't come out. I was hearing total eclipse of the heart. Seven of Wands. When did we have the Seven of Wands come out? Just previously. Ooh. I feel like it was after a court card. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let me know that. It's like they're being stubborn. That was the Eight of Wands. And I think it's reversed. Yeah, it's like they're being stubborn. Because we have King of Swords, Seven of Wands, but then we have the Hangman and Judgment, and then the Eight of Wands reversed that fell on the ground there with Death and Rebirth. But the wheel kept coming out on your end, or at least was at the bottom of the deck. So like in the background, the wheel's at play here, whether they want it to be or not. I wonder what is the point of it. Well, you know what? Actually, now that I actually take a second and think about this, when I was hearing mirrors, it was mirrors and Crimea River. It was like, what's the part in Crimea River? Where it's like, baby, go on and just cry me a river, 'cause I already cried. Cry me a river. Oh. You know what I mean? Like it was that, and then it would literally switch to, you are You are the love of my life. And I thought that was really, really weird. And I can't believe I forgot that. So it's like this makes sense. That was the bottom card that fell off, the death and rebirth. I mean, they're kicking and screaming. They're kicking and screaming. And didn't I just say that this was like come hell or high water energy? I guess they chose hell. And it's not even that they're like going through anything, as we can see thus far, but it's just they're choosing the hard way. They're choosing the scenic route. And I mean, to an extent, it's not bad that they're not in a rush. But it's like, it's like stubborn for the sake of being stubborn. I feel like this combination came out too. Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Okay, hold on. Pause. Let's switch gears. Because if this is the same energy and about the same cards are coming out, especially in the same way, then something's had to have shifted. What's on the horizon for this connection? That doesn't line up. Nothing in your energy. We had the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That was at the bottom of the deck. I mean, the Seven of Swords. Nothing in your energy points to any sort of deception, points to you sort of, I mean, moving could just be like actually moving. Let's get one more for liar. Ooh, someone that's at the bottom of the deck here. Is that why they're being stubborn? Are they? Or, I mean, it could be that they think. No, but I said what specifically is on the horizon. Liar, give it time. Over liar. You could be moving, they could be moving. There could just be a lot of moving parts within this situation at this time. And it's just too much to pinpoint, like to pin down the energy of like how this is going to go. And I think I did mention that yesterday as well. Like it could go either way. I feel like this is that one collective where they were kind of like lying to themselves. It's like they're still lying to themselves, which is why like the divine is over it here with like give it time, but it's still like kind of trust your intuition. You're going to need to trust your intuition. And that's what's on the horizon for you guys. Moving. One or more of you, one or both of you, hello, I can't even speak, are moving at this time. Shifts in general. One more for this lies, and again, some like one more for this liar one. And I guess we'll get into that then. Caution. But date night? I don't see that. I don't see that. That feels... Unless y'all are about to repeat a cycle, I don't see that. And that's not the vibe I was getting. Well, I mean, it could just be that you think, like where you are connectedly, like in your energy, you think that because you're evolving, they're also evolving. Could be that. And really, they're still kind of wrapped up in some games. It's like they're not, I mean, it's not like they're fully toxic, but I mean, there's still some lies going on. What are these mistruths in the connection? What's being lied about? Okay, we have confessions. Yes, okay. That's going to be confession. Okay, perspective. How they view things, which, I mean, we kind of said that. So we have confessions, perspective, and hopeless. Maybe that, like, they ran out. Like, they ran out on you because they didn't see, like, it's like they no longer saw potential. Cloudy judgment. It's like they no longer saw potential in this connection. Or at least that's what they told you. What about boundaries? What about boundaries specifically as it pertains to lying? Healing past life foundations, or foundation, I take it as plural. Kind of like getting their shit together, right? Like, maybe you called them out on their shit and like the things that they needed to get together and add structure to, and they sort of lied about it, played like that's what they were doing, but really they were just like repeating the same old, presenting as one thing, it coming out in the end, and that's what they need to confess over. And maybe it was a buildup of lies, and that's kind of what made them feel hopeless. Like, how do I come back from this, right? Because perspective literally says better off. They thought it was better off that whatever boundary you like put in place, that it's stuck. What's coming next? I want to switch back to tarot, I think. What's coming next? Clarify pride. Ah, okay, hold on, wait. I said clarify pride, but karma had flew out, and it flew out right on pride. So, like, them getting their karma for how prideful they were within this relationship. Kind of like thinking they were like big dog, because my stomach just like rumbled. But commitment here. Breaking point at the bottom here. I mean, it's like they're being broken down to admit that they can't avoid this commitment, that they really want this commitment. But all of this seems sort of arbitrary. Was the first thing that came to mind, but it just seems sort of cloak and dagger, very, very secretive, very like refusing to show one's hand, which is childish and petty. Like, there's no room for that in love, within any interpersonal relationship, like when you love someone, but definitely like your romantic partnership. Like, I feel like whoever this person is, that it's like they're like inherently emotionally immature. They're growing. But we didn't have the King of Cups come out. That's for one. The Queen of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, but it didn't come out. And we had the Nine of Wands and the Moon. That, to me, that just shows that, like, it wasn't the Moon reverse, which would be like pushing through, facing your fears. You know what I mean? Upright, that's like doubling down. That's doubling down on your bullshit. Like, to be honest. Which is crazy because we had the King of Swords and the Seven of Wands. That's, and then we had Hangman and Judgment. But I mean, okay, hold on. This is shifting. Like whatever isolation they're in at this time, it's doing what it needs to do. It's like they're reviewing all of this. Very much a review period for them. Oh wait, I think I might have misjudged this. Hold on. I think actually, like, is that how you feel? Your energy came out like fine, but like I wonder if this is all like how you feel. And I've been reading this through your energy, because it literally just clicked into place for me that like they see all of this, they see everything that they've done. They're aware that they were prideful, that they lied about like their healing, and how getting like well off. So financial constraints could be a thing, but also just like financial posturing could have been an issue within the relationship. Kind of like acting like daddy warbucks, but you know, pockets tight, pockets slim. And they're seeing that though. They're seeing that because they're getting this like emotional, like they're gaining this emotional intelligence, this emotional like awareness, where their own like how many times I said like in the span, where their own internally mastering their thoughts, how they view things, right? Their warped perceptions, which perspective came out, right? And then also King of Swords, and how they internally, how they manage that, but also externally how they convey that and express it, and how it's received, right? Because you can't control how things are received, but how you deliver things definitely plays a role in it. And it's like gaining that awareness on where, and so really now what I'm seeing with the King of Swords and the Seven of Wands, where they were an ass, right? Like where they were like, you know, kind of like those people who are just to be a dick, you know what I mean? And that's like, that's why this just stopped, right? The wheel was over. Well, the wheel was all over in your energy. This is not something that you need to be a part of, because they needed to see, hey, this doesn't fly. This doesn't fly. Period. It's nasty energy. It definitely doesn't like, it definitely doesn't fly with the love of your life. And they needed to like have a little, you know, a little come to Jesus moment with themselves, and see where they were sticking their heads in the freaking sand. I'm not mad at it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not mad at it. Let's see, let's get more on their energy. How are they viewing the collective at this time? Strong, but like beauty, grace, strong, like strength. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm hearing, you're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're the one that I want. They're viewing you as like the epitome of balance, of flow. This is my universal equilibrium card, right? The universe balances everything out. And like when this card comes up in readings, it's like, look at how the universe is doing that within your day-to-day life. So that being the first card coming out of how they're viewing you, They view you as the thing that like balances out their life. They view you as like their wish, their wish fulfillment, what it is that they really want at the at the end of the day, who they want to come home to, and all that kind of stuff. Ace of Cups. As a very loving, open-hearted, caring person, very soft but also fierce, right? Lioness. Multi-talented, baddie, multi-dimensional. That's what I meant, but successful. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Right? Like someone with the spotlight on you. Someone who always comes out on top. Last one. As their lighthouse, their light in the darkness. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. Well, shit, hold on. How are you viewing them? Because that I should have gotten that at first, because that I feel like will explain the beginning of the freaking reading. How is collective viewing person in their heart at this time? I mean, hey, at least y'all are on the same page with something. Five of Wands, first card out, and how you're viewing them. The Moon. Nine of Pentacles. I have a feeling, but let me sit with this just 2 seconds. I get why Hopeless came out as well. It gives that you're a little, like, time's run out for you emotionally. Because the only thing that I'm getting here is kind of that you don't feel like they really have the capacity to change, or maybe there's just too much going on for them to have the capacity to change, right? Like too much going on to really see through their own BS, their own smoke and mirrors, and refine who it is that they are, what it is that they want, what is they're working towards, and really as it pertains to all aspects of their material world. I'm not getting that they're, I'm not getting that from your perspective, you view them as fighting through their subconscious fears and working on themselves. Like I'm not getting that, especially based off of my energy earlier in the reading, because that was very confusing for me. I'm so yeah, I'm kind of getting it. You're a bit fed up. You're a bit like this is a wash. More on how collective is viewing person in that heart space. Two of Cups reverse. Queen of Swords reverse. Strength. It's actually kind of sad, because it's like you've really lost faith in this person. You've lost faith in this person, and their ability to be truthful, be vulnerable, to have the strength to do so, the willingness. I mean, dang, what kind of lies did they tell you? Because this is like, but there's potential here, and within your energy and how you view them, there's potential here. Something could be born from this, from how it is that you're viewing them. What would it take? Shit. Yeah, what does collective need from this person? What's gonna make it better? Ace of Wands wanted to come out but didn't. What was that? I got trapped on. Hermit. Let's get 2 more. And then we'll wrap this up. Because I did not plan on giving. Alright, so what's going to make it better? 7 of Wands, the World, Page of Cups, the Star reversed, Chariot. You want to see them work for it. You want to see like changed emotion, like a very changed approach. But this page, I mean, this Page of Cups is very novel, very youthful. But it could just be the energy of the relationship as well, not just their presentation. Specifically with the Page of Cups, and only the Page of Cups there. With them though, I feel like you need yeah, I mean, I think you just need to see them work for it. You need to see them work for you. You need for it to feel like there's no hope, that this is the love lost situation, and you need to see that make them work really hard, like that fuel them. I don't know if that's ego driven for you or if they just messed up just that bad, but it's looking like that's what you need. That's what's going to put this back on track for you, right? Put this train back on track. Now, as we close, let's see what's actually going to potentially happen, right? And remember, with the little purple cards, yeah, that was rough. That was really rough. One, I do still believe that your energy was clouding that. That's not to blame you. That's on me. It took me a second to recognize that. But also, I did say something that I can't remember specifically what I said actually, but whatever it is that I said, it was kind of more what's coming in the short term. Like in the near future is what I mean, not short term. In the near future, because that was my intention in my head. So, I mean, this could be just something that's not ready, that maybe you just needed to know to kind of start changing your own perspective, that this person is, doing what it is they need to be doing. They're viewing you differently, appreciating your energy more, so that maybe you'll go a little easier on them. Again, we didn't really get into what went down within the relationship. And frankly, I don't have the energy to do that. I'm so sorry. But clearly, you feel however it is that you feel, and you're entitled to that, babe. So, we have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck to start off, though. Potential outcome for this long term. should they put in the word reformation, but like things reforming, being reformed, you know what I mean? So we got a timing card, which typically I allocate this to the first timing card to what's happened leading up to whatever the time period is, and then the second timing card of present slash like what is coming. But I said with this scripture. These big changes are coming. About timing is about 6 months. Finding your inner truth, catalyst for change, transformation, cosmic trigger, beginnings. So whatever that cosmic trigger was over the last 6 months within this situation, which if you feel like you resonate with this reading and whatever it is that comes out here, you would have to have been separated, no contact, broken up, whatever, for at least the last 6 months. And I would say longer, to be honest, because they're reflecting on how they were stubborn, how they kind of were like kicking and screaming with this, not wanting to see how it is that they were wrong. That would mean that for a while they were on some bullshit, even with you guys apart. And then it's like, because for our cosmic trigger to happen, Spirit got mad. Like Spirit, again, the wheel was at play here in 2 different decks. It's like Spirit's like, okay, like we have plans for this. Get it together, or So, in their own beliefs, foundations within their life and everything, they were actually being forced to change, right? They lied about it before, and now they're being confronted with it. Learning what it is to walk the walk and talk the talk. And you don't know that until you know yourself, until you know your own inner truth, right? Stand for something or you fall for anything. That's kind of what they were being faced with. What's coming forward is this change is also going to shift the foundations of your relationship. And didn't the Tower come out? And wasn't I kind of confused on that? Yeah, this is going to upend everything you ever experienced within this relationship. In a good way, though, right? Like, it's a good Tower. I want to clarify one, and then I'll show you. Okay. So yeah, the 8 of Wands reversed. We have the Strength. We have 3 of Pentacles upright. 6 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles upright. And then clarifying 8 of Wands reversed, because I was like, if that being what's coming, lack of action doesn't make sense given what we just got. But there's death over it, right? There is complete renewal. And again, this death specifically is external. So this cosmic trigger is still at play here. So it's like the cosmic trigger has been in play for the last 6 months, but it's very much, this is very guarded. This is very protected. This is very watched over, because the very foundations of your relationship is supposed to change, because you've changed and they're supposed to be changing, right? So then you two would come together differently and start to do things the right way. And the right way, the actual, what the meaning of the right way is very arbitrary. It's whatever the right way is for you, for your wants, your needs, your goals, and likewise for them, right? And coming into alignment with that, and you guys following your own purposes, but also I'm getting that it's allowing them to ascend, right, into a high priest position, a position of spiritual leadership. I have mixed feelings on that, but We didn't ask for my feelings. I'm just a messenger. I think you're gonna see that this should this work out the way that it's supposed to, right? This is very much up in the air. Should this flip the way that you want it to, this is really gonna strengthen your bond and allow you to like really, really work together. I'm getting just plainly collaboration, reciprocity. That a relationship built on that of true strength, true like loving strength, right? You strengthen in each other, right? Both of you on your own, but then also together. You make each other stronger as you work together and, you know, give and take, equal give and take. And it's going to shift a lot of dynamics around you. Yeah, Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. I'm glad they didn't get too much into this. But yeah, I mean, fiery, passionate, you know, sexual energy. Which, like, we knew that clearly. Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like for me to get more into this energy, let me know if you feel like you resonate with this. This was fairly broad, specific in some areas, but fairly broad, and for a reason. I don't think that's the main focus. Again, all of this is very up in the air. I don't really know why I was called to do this. Maybe you yourself know, and maybe that just ain't none of my damn business. Yeah, let me know though. And if nothing else, I mean, you've got a lot going for you. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.